Hi everyone, it's Rachel, and today I'm going to show you how to make overnight oats. It's very simple, but I have gotten asked a couple times about my overnight oats. I have posted them on Instagram, and so I thought I'd show you one of my favorite recipes, a go-to recipe, and there's variations of this. You can alter it to fit your needs, and I'll kind of explain that as we go along. But I hope that this is something you'll enjoy and that you'll give it a try. It's a great recipe for if you're busy and you have a little time in the evening. If you just take a little time in the evening to prepare this, it's ready for you to go in the morning. You can take it to go, or you can enjoy it at your house quickly. It's all prepared, and it makes your morning just a little less stressful. Alright, I'm going to be mixing my overnight oats in the Vitamix. This particular batch is for my boys, and when I do it for my boys, I like to use the Vitamix because they like a really creamy consistency. They don't like a lot of lumps and chunks in their overnight oats. Now for me, I kind of enjoy that, so I just stir it when I'm making it for myself. But when I'm making it for my boys, I use the Vitamix. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind, your personal preferences. If you like it to be more creamy and, almost like you could drink it, definitely use the Vitamix. If you prefer it to be a little bit more lumpy, or you want a little more substance, something that maybe you can even chew on a little bit, then stir it by yourself. Don't use a Vitamix. And by all means, if you don't have a Vitamix, you don't have to use the Vitamix. You can use a blender. I just have a Vitamix, and I find that it works really, really well. So, first of all, you're going to put a half a cup of oats in, and this is one serving. So if you're making it for more, you'll want to adjust accordingly. Then you'll take a half a cup of milk or almond milk, whatever you prefer. Now this next part is a little bit, it will change the recipe a little depending on what you want to use. For my boys, I use pudding powder because that really gives it kind of a sweet and decadent taste. If you would like to not use that, though, you could use cacao powder, and that would be fine. So you put that in there. Next, you want to put about 1/4 of a tablespoon, or a 1/4 of a teaspoon actually, of a vanilla extract. And then you want to put about a tablespoon of maple syrup in there. And that'll taste really good. Next, we are going to do peanut butter, and this is going to make it taste almost like a Reese's peanut butter cup, so if you have children, they are going to love this. And you kind of, grab a spoon here, you kind of adjust it according to your preferences. My boys love to taste that peanut butter in there, so I usually put, well, let's see, I usually put a little, maybe a little more than a tablespoon in there. And so that is what you have. You can also, if you want it to be sweeter, add a little bit of sugar in the raw or stevia. But I find with the maple syrup, excuse me, I'm sorry, my voice is totally going. I find if you use the maple syrup and the vanilla extract, and especially if you're using pudding powder, that you don't need any extra sugar. It is plenty sweet. You want to blend it on a low setting. I have it right now on 2, and that seems to be perfect. It may be a rather thick consistency, or at least too thick to just pour out, so you may need to use a spatula to get it inside of the jar. So after you have your oats in your jar, you seal it, and you place it in the refrigerator overnight, and in the morning it will be ready for you. If you want to take it to go with a spoon, if you go to work or school or whatever, you can do that, or you can enjoy it at home. Normally, if you wanted to have this for lunch or with lunch, you could make it in the morning and it should be ready. Normally they say at the very least 4 to 5 hours in the fridge should be good. So if you do make it in the morning and you want to enjoy it in the afternoon, that will work as well. Ta-da! So I just wanted to take a minute to show you how I garnish these. Sliced banana and then almonds and then just a few semi-sweet chocolate chips there on the top just to make it really, really delicious. Like I said, my boys do not like to have the chunky stuff like mixed in with their oats, so they'll eat that right off the top. For me, I like to mix that all together and eat it together because I enjoy it mixed, but you can do whatever you want. If your kids don't like nuts, but you want them to get the health benefits of nuts, a great idea is to use milled flaxseed. It's usually finely ground, and so you can either mix it with a spoon or pop it in the Vitamix when you're mixing the oats, and it turns out great. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you want to have more recipes for overnight oats, by all means, ask me. I have fruit-based recipes. I love overnight oats. They're an awesome way to nourish yourself at the start of your day, and that's what you really want. You want to start the day off right so the rest of the day can go well, and I think overnight oats is an awesome way to do that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you again for watching, and have a fabulous day.